beat me to it.
I'm just going to put it out there. I am on next level hype because of the sun. So apologies if I am
No,
super
because
giddy.
I feel like you're going to bring out it in me. So I'm kind of happy.
Because you're feeling a bit meh, aren't you?
Yes.
Joella has not been well again.
Oh, I honestly, this January, February, and now March, it's just not gone to plan.
And
whatsoever.
you'd booked 3 months
off to try and catch up. It's like my body was like, no, okay, we're going to give you every hospital appointment under the sun.
Yeah, with you and P.
I know.
Has Johnny been okay?
Johnny's been fine. That's typical, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's been absolutely fine. So...
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully things,
Thanks,
illnesses, lurgies, whatever it may be, leave you the hell alone from now on. You've had your run.
This is the last one, and I refuse, for any more.
But you are in a bit of pain as well, aren't you? So
I am, yeah. Yeah.
You need to be maybe not as giddy as me.
No.
I'll bring the vibes. You can be the sensible one.
It even hurts to laugh, so it's fine.
Yeah, the strain.
I know. So, hey-ho. I can't stop laughing, so we'll be fine. It'll just...
It is the sun. I am pumped.
I think the sun brings out every part of happiness in everybody.
It does.
Especially in the UK.
Such a weather emotional...
Everyone's so much happier.
Person, I know.
And when it's like... I said this the other day, I was like, oh, I just wish it'd be like lighter mornings, and then Johnny leaves for work early, so he leaves at 6:30, and it was light. I was this morning, and I was like, oh my God, open the front door, and I was like, oh my goodness.
It literally makes you think that.
Again first thing in the morning.
I know, and you literally oh my, it's light, yeah.
Yeah.
Here for it. That's the life I like to live.
So what are we talking about this week, so?
We are going to talk about wedding fairs in the UK. I feel like it's a good fit, seeing as we've been at so many recently.
Yes, we have.
From a couple's point of view and a supplier's point of view today.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're happy to talk about that.
Hell yeah.
I feel like you are queen of the wedding fair.
Wedding fair.
You are, you've tackled some big ones as well, which we can talk about today.
Yes.
So I guess we could start with, what is a wedding fair in the UK?
So I guess a wedding fair in the UK is literally explicit. Oh my God, I can't get words out. It is what it is. It is exactly what you say. It is literally a wedding fair. So you
of everything wedding related.
Yeah, so it can be any sort of supplier. So from your ceremony, if it's in Cheshire, so registrars, right through to wedding planners, right through to entertainment, right through to wedding dresses, suits. It can literally be anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Name some big ones. So you've, like I said earlier,
big ones.
You attended
National Wedding Show.
Yeah.
Which I did October last year.
Yeah, that is a scary
Oh my
time.
God, I was so nervous.
You were like, you need to do one. I thought, oh my God, I don't think I can. I would definitely help you, but having my own stand, well done you.
There's a lot. I'm not going to lie, there is a lot of pressure that comes with a big wedding fair like that, because it costs thousands.
I don't think people know that, do they?
No, it costs. It's a massive chunk of not just marketing budget and everything like that. It's a massive chunk of money
to pay to
be there and to put that on something.
I know.
So, and then we had to staff it as well. So for example, there was me, Amy and Georgia that were there.
Yeah.
So that is an extra cost. And then you've also got, they charge external for your plugs and electricity if you want any.
So I feel like that's nice for a couple to know as well, because if I was turning up as a couple, you wouldn't, or whoever, you just wouldn't know that, would you?
No, not at all.
I don't think you realise how much, like you said, goes into it. Planning, time, money, and all for what? In the hope that
you get some bookings from it. Yeah.
Which I know is worth
that's the end goal for
any
supplier that is at a wedding fair. You would love to meet, and it's another way of marketing essentially.
Yeah.
As well.
Was it worth it for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think
we've got some
got
cracking
confidence
weddings
as well.
Yeah. We've got some cracking weddings from it as well that are coming up, and I met some of the most gorgeous couples as well.
Yeah.
And not just even that, it's not even just about getting those inquiries in, it's about talking to everybody and then talking to suppliers and things like that, and also networking with other suppliers. We've managed to network with a fair few.
Yeah, which is so good, because obviously meeting people just leads on to new things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got the National Wedding Show, there's the UK wedding event.
So
guide for
Bouquet
bride.
and Bells as well are doing some big ones this year.
Yeah.
I think they've got Taddon Park lined up when this will come out.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
wow. That's well good.
Yeah, so they've got Tatton lined up. They've got Bowlesworth.
Mhm.
They've got some absolutely massive ones that
Yeah.
they're doing this year.
What would you say? Because I haven't done a big wedding fair. I've just done, well, not just, but I've done smaller ones.
Yeah.
What would you say the difference is between big and like a small venue or?
Your clientele.
Right, okay.
So from a supplier point of view, it is your clientele. You get people that are there to look for suppliers. Whereas if you go to venue ones, 9 times out of 10, they're there just to look at the venue. They're not really thinking about suppliers.
Yeah.
That they might pick up your brochure, but they might lose it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But
Well, what's the difference as a couple then?
I think as the couple, you get more out of it.
More ideas.
Yeah, because there's a lot more things going on. Whereas at a venue, you'll probably have one of only every type of supplier.
Yeah, of course.
Whereas at the big ones, you'll be able to see a variety.
Yeah.
So it gives you more options.
It does give you more options, but more overwhelming as well.
Yeah, the overwhelmingness does come along with it. But I think that's the same for any wedding fair. I think no matter what wedding fair you go to, you do get overwhelmed.
Yeah, of
and that's why we
course.
said it on that last episode
Yeah.
of just take it in and the same from have those piles that we talked about and then go away and digest the information.
So I guess that leads on to like the pros of why a wedding fair can work. So like you obviously meet in suppliers face to face, which then you remember them from that.
First impressions like last.
Yeah.
Like they matter massively.
Like things like you see and taste, so like cakes, obviously different food suppliers, like trailer trucks, whatever. So that's another pro to it.
You actually get to see the suppliers in action.
Yeah.
So sometimes
the personalities.
Yeah, like sometimes, especially with like entertainment as well.
Yeah, they do like demos, don't they? I know. I'm like thriving.
I know.
As a supplier, I'm like, I'll be up there.
It was at National Wedding Show last year, and is it Thornton Manor? He got me up dancing.
No, they didn't.
Like,
you.
No, I was like, no
I feel
chance.
like that's not very you.
And it's so not me, is it at all?
Whereas I'm like big fish, little fish, tall box.
And what was it? It was Footloose. It was the dance, and I was like. How long did you last
God. On the dance floor?
I literally so he dragged me in and then I dragged him back in and I just went out and I was like, no, thank you.
Footloose. I don't even know the song.
Oh my God, Johnny can do it cracking. Like,
really?
Like, yeah, the whole dance, especially if you've got a drink in him.
Oh my God, Johnny. So as well, I reckon, especially the big ones, you could probably try on dresses and stuff,
so
you?
Like at National Wedding
Suits.
Show again, you can try on the dresses and suits. They'll have different change rooms, things like that. Like Six Stories had it at there, where you could literally go in and try them on.
I'm next time. Are you going to do another one?
I want to, yeah.
But maybe leave it.
I might leave it until next year.
Yeah, I would totally come and help.
Yeah,
and I want to nosy as well.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. It definitely is.
Yeah,
I really thoroughly
how much
enjoyed
are tickets? As a
I can't remember how much they put them on this year. I want to say
thinking they are making money, aren't they?
Yeah, but then also they've got to pay for the venue.
Yeah, but
so
then
say
you're
for
paying
example,
for a stand.
Yeah, but then so how it would work is, say for example, Manchester Central. It is an expensive venue, but you need a venue like that
to hold
the footfall. Yeah. So I do get it from a logistical point of view, but then also as well from a supplier point of view, how much you're paying.
Yeah,
it is crazy, but then you are paying per square foot of how big, so you can pay more, you can pay less.
Yeah,
and then obviously
where
you're located on top of it. Yeah, exactly. There's all sorts that come into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, wedding fair on the day, some suppliers offer deals and offers, don't they? I know you do.
Yes.
Are they good? Like, do you think they're beneficial?
They can be. I think it depends on which supplier you go for. I think, like, I do it for certain wedding fairs because of being their recommended supplier. So, for example, we did the Hub one, didn't we?
Yeah.
When was that? Was that last weekend?
Last weekend I did that.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was on the Sunday. So I always do a discount for here.
Yeah.
Just purely because if you don't know, by the way, when I say here, I mean because we
Yeah.
actually film it in the hub's premises.
Yeah.
So I always do a discount for that just because of being their recommended supplier, because they do a lot to get in the footfall. And also,
What is that? What was the offer again? I did actually promote this.
25% off.
Yeah, on the day,
If you book on the
from that fair.
If you book on the day itself.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so what I will sometimes happen is some people will pay either a deposit then, or they'll message
Yes.
me that evening.
Yeah, I've got you. Yeah.
So I do it that way.
Yeah. Because it could keep going on and on, couldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, do you do any?
I don't actually, no. No.
I think it's a nice little
It
thing
is
to give
nice.
back to them.
Yeah, 100%.
And not everybody has to. No.
Wouldn't not do one. I haven't done one.
I just find that most of, like, for the hub especially, I find that most of the couples that come to it are local.
Yeah, which is really nice.
I think that's really nice. Whereas if, like,
I
it was
find
further,
here as well, when we are at this wedding show for the hub, I mean, and when couples are asking, like, where are you from? And you say you're local.
Yeah.
Their face lights up as like, oh, that's so nice to book someone local and to know that they're only down the road or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like we've run over a load of pros, but...
Cons, what do you think cons are?
Yeah. As a supplier, cons, I think.
Salesy.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really try not to be pushy, and I'm very, very chill. I am. I'm like, go away, think about it. I suppose from a couple's point of view, there's lots of, like I said, overwhelming, lots of flyers and things to kind of go back to, and all these goodie bags, and then you like lose your head a little bit. But if you follow the steps we gave previously, maybe you would have tackled that con.
Yeah. It can be quite overwhelming, like you're saying. That is a con.
Yeah, and maybe
from
like
a
not
couple's point of view,
budget friendly. But again, that's up to you to manage that. You can eliminate things people prioritize.
Yeah, I think as well, like when you do, as a couple, when you do go to a wedding fair and you haven't, and this is what we've said before, and you haven't got that budget in mind, it isn't going to be budget friendly because you're going to want to do everything.
Yeah.
So
get, like I said, eaten up alive.
So if you have a set amount of things, or you have your list of your basics beforehand, and then you go in with that, and then everything else is an extra. If you have it in your budget, go for it.
Yeah.
But then don't become the stigma of, because I have had it where a couple have booked everything at one wedding fair, and it's been very it can be very overwhelming on the day for that. Not just that couple, but also your guests.
Like, well, we've done it all in one day. And then they've come away and been like...
But logistically, it doesn't work.
No. And then I guess, like, especially the big ones. And I've actually attended quite a big...
Did you go when you were getting married?
No, because it wasn't... We weren't getting married.
Did you not even go just, like, framing a nosy or anything?
I know. No, I didn't.
Oh.
I feel like I knew what I wanted and who I wanted, though.
Yeah, I think... As a wedding supplier, though, you do, don't you?
I know. But, like, when I've done another wedding fair at a bigger venue, like, there can be duplicates of suppliers, which is fine, as long as they're different styles and tastes. Like, I had a bit of a...
I remember this. I know exactly what you're going to say. Yeah.
And it wasn't the other person's fault because we were both unaware. So we turned up...
at said venue.
At the said venue, yes.
Yeah.
In the lovely bridal suite. And...
You put next to each other.
Yeah, and she offered the same thing as well as her, which is absolutely fine, and she's lovely. But she didn't know somebody else was coming, so all of her marketing was spread out, rightly so, across the room. And she was so good. She was like, let me move stuff. But basically, like, we resolved it on the day. I just had, like, a smaller table because it was getting on. Like, there wasn't much time left to set up.
Didn't everybody think you were both together?
And that was what I'm leaning on to. Yeah, so everybody thought we were a team. So when the inquiries came in after the show, this has only happened once because I did share.
Say something.
Yeah, I was like, it just didn't work. And they actually agreed as well. But yeah, so the emails that came in after that, it was like, oh, so I'd like to book my hair and makeup. And then I was like, I actually just do makeup. And then going back from that, they were like, but I met you such and such and you did offer both. And I was like, oh no, that was the other person. My sister was the model and she was getting fuming.
I
Bless her.
remember
she
you
was
saying.
like so territorial, and I'm just not about that. But she was like,
Yeah.
it's really frustrating
Because
that
you
they're
put so
much.
much.
And it's a long day, isn't it? Really, to
Yeah.
stand there free. I mean, it's not free. You gain so much from it, and they're a lovely day. But technically, that is what it is.
Yeah.
So then I was just a bit disheartened because usually I do so well at that particular place.
Yeah.
And that particular time, I obviously didn't.
But you do every other time after
Yeah,
before that and
course,
after
yeah.
that as well, which is a good
and
thing.
both me and the venue and
Have
the
agreed.
other person said that didn't work.
Yeah.
So we're all on the same track. But yeah, I do remember being like,
It's okay if it works. Like I've been at fairs before where there's been 3, 4, 5 photographers all within the premises of like
yeah,
a small tiny square of each other, like literally all trestle tables around each other. And it's like, if you are going to do a wedding fair and you're going to have multiple of the same suppliers, stagger them, don't put them in the same place.
Yeah, I know. So, and as well, that makes that person remember you and where you were situated.
Yeah.
And like I said, if your personality's coming out, they'll be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
for example, me, well, Sophie was in that room and she was like a bubbly self, whereas maybe the other person we didn't quite gel with, or whatever it is, or it might be the opposite, like she was a bit too much, like we'll avoid her.
Don't think it'd ever be that on.
So yeah, I guess that's like the pros and cons to them, I feel, as a supplier and a couple.
Yeah, I think also like going back to the salesy thing as well, I think it can, like, if you have never done a wedding fair and you're a brand new supplier as well, it can feel like, okay, this is how I'm gonna get
I do
people,
remember the first ever one.
And it's so nerve-wracking, it is.
Yeah.
But
shout out to Jen at Wildflower. She was like instructing me. I was like, I don't know what I'm
Where was your first ever one?
The Flower House, which is lovely and small.
Was it?
Jen was so good. Like,
did you never do them before that?
No, I never. The past 2 years, I'd never done a wedding show.
No way.
It was probably you that had bigged me up and pushed me.
I love a wedding fair.
And then, yeah, I guess starting off little.
I can't even remember when my first one was.
Oh no, I remember it clear as
because I
day.
used to do it though with my old job.
Right.
So I used to do it with these guys.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, you will be a pro.
Whereas I used to do it for them.
I'm like turning up, little sole trader Soph. Deer in headlights. And Jen was just, bless her. Shout out to her.
You're literally like a deer.
I literally was like, oh. And I didn't have it in the headlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a deer or a rabbit?
It's both, I think.
Okay,
Isn't it? A
that's
deer
fine.
or a rabbit in the headlights? One or the other.
But I didn't have a model as well, that first one, so it just felt like
I think that works really well for you. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's so hard as well, like when you are a supplier and you have a service that is a product. So say for example with you, you can bring a model and show your work. Whereas for me,
I know
I can't, and it's so hard because you have to have a conversation with me.
Do you know what? That is so well said, because obviously I helped run your stand last weekend.
Which, thank you so much for doing.
You're welcome, anytime. And you're obviously doing the Flower House one for me, aren't you, in a couple of weeks? But I can fully relate to that.
Yeah.
And I could see people
wanting to go. Yeah. But not knowing how to.
But drift as well. So I'm like, oh, my friend Joella, I do the podcast with her, managed to get that in. It's like, have the flyer.
Sophie then went to Swan Bride's open day. I came to just poke my head in and say hello, and I was like, have you seen me do a podcast? And I handed out your leaflet for you.
Like that, with our flyers. But no, mine has got makeup physical, everywhere, and there's photographs. I mean, there was photographs with you as well. But yeah, you can actually see what I'm doing, whereas yours is...
It's a lot harder.
Yeah, it is.
It's a hell of a lot harder. And also as well, like I said last week, if my wedding, well, not my wedding, but a wedding that I've done, if it goes onto socials, it might not be your type of wedding.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really showcase my work, essentially.
Yeah, like I feel like
it's all personal preference.
To really,
and
that's physically impossible unless you've attended a wedding.
Unless you've attended a wedding or a wedding fair. Yeah,
but
it's
Joella
so hard.
I don't know how she keeps her shit together. Because my God, that is like the world is on her shoulders. Well, it is, isn't it? Somebody's
the whole
world.
day is. Yeah, the whole day is.
So yeah, well done.
I go
you.
home and scream in the pillow. No, I don't really.
It's that silent scream that I was telling you about.
that you do in the
get the-
car. Sophie
It's
did
so
one last
good.
week.
It's so. Oh yeah, I was stressed.
I don't think I'd be able to do
No,
it
it's
right
so
now.
good. No, don't you try. Jesus. You call it an ambulance.
I actually would break a rib.
Don't. So, in terms of us and suppliers, how do you prepare for a wedding fair? Obviously, we have just said it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. I would say figure out what you're doing with your stand for a start.
Yeah.
Get brochures printed.
Yeah.
Get your pricing sorted.
Yeah.
Know your business inside out.
Yeah. The pricing. Yeah. It's always like a year in advance, isn't it? So
yeah,
you have to constantly keep that updated, I suppose.
Yeah. So like say for example, my brochures now are 2026 and 2027, but I'm happy to honour it for 2028 as well. But they will change towards the end of this year / the beginning of next year.
Yeah. Isn't that devastating, by the way, when you have loads of flyers left?
Yeah.
And
so, oh my God, my old ones. So I did a massive discount like a year and a half ago. They put it into the brochure, into the bag, sorry. One of my brides messaged and was like, oh, you're offering one of these discounts. And I was like, no. I'm like, I'm really sorry. But obviously she'd already booked me anyway. So she wasn't phased, and she actually listens to the pod as well. But I was like, they're my old brochures. I was like, but my new ones are on my stand.
Yeah.
But then she's booked me anyway, and we've got her wedding next year. So there's no issue in terms of that. But yeah, like when I have no more of those brochures out there. Like,
remember my
you're
as well.
Oh my God, I forgot that you did that. That was for the Flower House one, wasn't it?
I was so gutted. So I made all of these. I've still got them brochures.
Yeah.
And there was just one number that was in
It
the wrong
was just
place.
wrong.
But these brochures, well, they cost a fortune.
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
Like, it
no
was
matter
like 200
what.
quid just for like brochures. That will go in the bin, but like they're so helpful, and for me they look beautiful and I love them, and I don't want to not have them.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, I don't know whether to get rid of them, or I just Tipp-Ex it, or I explain, or it was a massive hoo-ha, wasn't it? I ended up keeping them, and I still use them now with explaining to with couples, like, just let you know that's
not the right price.
Yeah. I mean, it's more beneficial because it's cheaper, but
yeah, which I said to you is a good thing.
Yeah,
because at least it's not more expensive, and you're doing it the opposite way around.
I know, true.
So, but yeah, I'd say brochures you need to think about.
Yeah.
And how many you need.
Yeah.
It's always good to have too many than too little.
Roll a banner if
you need one, or some kind of description of what you do. So making it obvious to actually what you do.
From afar.
Like
I think as a supplier as well, again, Jen actually gave me this tip. Different heights on your table.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jen's when she does it is completely. I had to redo Jen's at Swanley Meadows last year.
Oh, pressure.
For her, because I'd moved her from one table to a different table, and I'd taken a photo of it the night before and then redid it the morning of, and I was like, oh my God.
But she just puts it together.
She just does it within that 30 seconds. I was like,
I know. But she helped again, like give me some ideas, because I do stagger some photos at different times. I just feel like it balances it out.
And she does hair, so she obviously very similar in terms of you, like either a model or a visual. She also sometimes brings a head
she does
to wedding fairs to show you quickly what she can do, which I think is a cracking idea if you do hair.
Because you can do like multiple and just...
and you don't have to have a physical model there or pay somebody. You can just do a hairdressing head.
I know.
Which are really freaky.
They are freaky, aren't they? So I guess for a couple on the day, like you just said, maybe don't book unless you're 100% sure.
I would say no to that.
Okay.
So, for example, I would say if the ticket's like £3 for a wedding fair, do you know what I'd do? I would book it and sign up.
Oh, sorry. I was meaning a supplier.
Oh, okay.
But you're meaning visiting
I'm meaning, actually visiting. So I would say if you are a couple and you are going to a wedding fair and you have to pay for a ticket, and it's like £3 for a ticket or whatever it may be for a VIP one, whichever. So, for example, if they've got an option for you to hear from suppliers, tick that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get to see them on the day, you will then hear from them afterwards, because then your email will go to all those suppliers that are on that recommended supplier list.
Yeah.
Or that have attended that wedding fair because you've consented to be contacted
Yeah.
from them. And sometimes you might miss something, but you might want it. So you can then arrange, like for us, for example, we always send out a link on that for a consultation call to get booked in, that kind of stuff again.
I know, I was really pushing that as well. Everybody loved that. They were like, that's really good. Did you, I'm assuming, got a load?
Yeah. I
chased a load.
Yeah. I need to actually re-email everybody from last week.
Yeah, that is really good of you.
Yeah.
I guess as well, for a couple, take photos of the stand, obviously with permission. So that'll retrace. And then maybe just like we've said earlier, get your piles out, prioritise the suppliers.
Yes, no, you maybe.
Review in like a couple of days. And then unsubscribe those that don't fit the criteria.
Like, as a couple, when you're going, like, just try and, what I would suggest doing is walking around at least once to any wedding fair without talking to anybody. Walk round, get your bearings, and then
start
go
the
through,
loop again.
and then start the loop again and go through
on the day.
Yeah,
good,
because
good idea.
What can happen is if you're first in that queue to go to that wedding fair, that person might not be prepared anyway to speak to all those people at the very start. Like, exactly. Like, I know after like the third person, I'm like, right, I came in the rhythm of it.
I'm like, I need to just press play on my phone. Just 1 minute.
And you kind of get into the rhythm of like, okay, and it goes really quick, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah.
But it just saves them being overwhelmed, but also you being overwhelmed as well. And then at least then you know what you're preparing for, and you might have more decent conversations because all of the rest of the people have actually staggered themselves out a little bit, and you're not waiting to speak to somebody and then that person feeling pressured.
Yeah, I feel like that's bang on, to be fair. Just from my point of view as well, you definitely do warm up, don't you?
Yeah, because you were first here, weren't you? As you walk into it, you're like, bam, here you go.
Yeah.
Speak to Sophie.
It was almost like a queue.
Yeah.
And I was like, everybody gather around.
Were you actually?
I did say that, at one point. Because there was like 4 couples and I just thought, right, I'm not repeating myself 4 times. Everyone was laughing, to be
Somebody pass Sophie the mic.
I mean, yeah, gosh.
She'll do a live podcast.
TP and her today. Do you remember when we started? I can't do it.
Sophie's like confidence has gone from like here to like,
I know, it's the sun, I'm telling you.
Sometimes the sun on.
Right, so another one, maybe controversial. Are wedding fairs still relevant in 2026 with obviously Instagram versus real life interaction, TikTok wedding planning culture? Are fairs becoming more like experience led?
I think so. I think yes, it's still relevant. But I do think some people do it really badly.
Yeah.
I think some wedding fairs can be. I have had my fair share of absolute shit shows.
I've had 2, yeah.
Like, I'm talking like
a little bit.
One of my friends who is a detective actually in the police came with me, and she wrote a massive complaint email to them because she was literally like, what the hell? Like, they'd promised thousands in terms of footfall, they'd promised like X, Y, and Z. When I say the organisers disappeared off site, the organisers disappeared off site. They literally scarpered.
I feel like we need to talk about this because I can relate.
Oh my God, like it was every supplier that was in there was unhappy.
Yeah.
Some people had then been given a free stand last minute, whereas you'd paid like hundreds for a stand. The second catwalk got cancelled to the point I spoke to on that day. Bear in mind, it was a 6-hour day, in terms of a show, and I spoke to, I think it was 3 couples in total. That was it, and it was a massive wedding fair. It's not the same
one because they didn't have a catwalk, but I spoke to 2.
We had to tell this couple that were sat down for the second
They're
catwalk that that the catwalk had been cancelled. Because they cancelled the catwalk and then they scarpered off, but they only told a few suppliers, didn't tell all the suppliers. But then they scarpered off site. They just left the building. I was
not
like,
at all.
Not even phased, and I was like, that's ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
But I would say some people do it really, really shockingly bad, and some people do it absolutely fantastic. But I
Yeah.
also do think as well that yes, they are still relevant, but I do think that when some venues do it, they do it with only their recommended suppliers, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that is what every single couple wants,
No.
which isn't relevant, because you could have somebody that is, say, a photographer that's like been on there for 20 years or whatever, but might not be relevant to a 25-year-old now that's
Yeah.
getting married.
Yeah.
So I think yes and no. I think
Yeah,
they
and
are
if we
still
compare
relevant,
with
but no.
like, I don't know, like maybe like venue open days to a wedding fair, or like styled shoots that showcase,
Yeah.
I guess they are very different, aren't they?
Yeah. I just think wedding fairs could be done slightly better. I think what you can do at them and what you give back to couples
Yeah.
could work really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that they could be done better
Yeah.
from some people, but then some people do them absolutely blinking fantastic.
Yeah.
And I do have my favourites, I must
Do
admit.
you?
Yeah.
Can you drop those in?
Yeah, bouquet and bells.
Okay, I've never done. Okay,
Claire runs a really good wedding
oh,
fair.
really?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. Just how she does it, her communication with suppliers,
Yeah.
and also
The way
couples,
you're treated on the day.
the way you're treated on the day.
I just want to shout out as well to the hub last weekend.
The hub, fantastic.
But you guys, you could really see a difference.
Yeah.
They gave every supplier a little goodie bag with treats in.
Hey, where's
water.
mine?
Yeah, I know. Just rubbing salt in the wound here, Joella.
I am so gonna message Paul afterwards.
Yeah, I just feel like it is a community.
Yeah.
And you feel like just you're making friends.
They've made a community massively. Yeah.
Yeah, so well done, guys.
I do think the hub as well is, like you said, another one. Swanley Meadows do a cracking one.
I've never attended, but I did the style shoot with you.
Flower House.
Yeah, Flower
is
House
close to both of our hearts.
Yeah.
There are so many that we could list, but they're probably, I know, ones that we both do off the top of our head. Yeah, that are cracking.
So, I guess like, have you ever had? I know you just said like really bad experience. Would you say the one you've just explained?
Yeah,
was probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was yours be?
Similar. So I was just it was like again one of my first ones I'd ever done. It wasn't the first, but it was up there.
Yeah.
And my family and Ethan's family just came to pop in because they were like, oh, like this is really brave of you, like doing it, blah blah, just like supportive. But I was so embarrassed because it was so dead. It was just not advertised at all. It was painful. And I guess just like the family were like, what's going on? I was like, they're never usually like this. Like it's dead. Yeah, nobody was really talking to one another. It was just a very funny vibe, not like a wedding fair that we're used to. You know, like music's on, it's fun,
lively entertainment.
Yeah, speaking to one another. So there's nothing like that happened to me, like personally, but just in terms of the way it was advertised and the way it was just shocking. I mean, there was two like that, but that one that I'm related to, it was just a bit odd. It was just a bit awkward.
Was it close to home?
Yeah.
That's really a shame.
And I remember saying to like one of the stands next to me, he was a photographer. She was a photographer actually. And I just was like, is it usually like this? And she was like, it's just not been advertised. I was like, no, to be fair, I've only probably seen one kind of poster, if you like.
No way.
When you think like you could hammer it on the sofa.
Oh yeah, and I think if you are organising one, then you need to. You need to.
Emailing, yeah.
But I would love to know, especially from like you guys.
That's what I was going to lead on to.
Like what you would want to see at a wedding fair.
Like, what are your stories from a wedding fair? Like, did anything bad happen? Were you quite shocked?
I actually do have something bad happen that's happened to one of my best friends that's getting married. Well, it's not something bad, but she listens to the pod, and she actually mentioned, when we mentioned ghosting last week, and she was like, I'm getting ghosted from suppliers. And I was like, okay, so we've talked about ghosting from our point of view, but also suppliers, come on, don't ghost your couples. If they've inquired and you can't do it, just say.
I honestly, unless it's landed in my junk, any message on any platform I respond to.
Yeah.
Even, Yes.
Even down to like a love heart liked on
Yeah.
Instagram.
I mean, hopefully one day it grows that big where I'm like, ah! But I would always still announce on my story, I can see your messages.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm booked, I'll be like, I'm so sorry, I'm not available this day. I hope you have the most amazing wedding day. I even put, which I don't have to do, let me know if you need any suggested or recommendations.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that. It's
do.
another added work, like job for me.
Yeah.
But I'd even do that because I'm like, it is an overwhelming place.
Mm-hmm. I do the exact same. I had an inquiry actually last week, and I was like, I'm really it was actually for 2 weeks' time, and I was like, I'm really sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm not available. Georgia's not available.
Yeah. But here are people that might
I was like, but here are people
and that trust.
that
Save it as a template.
Yeah.
On your emails, on your dress, copy paste. You know, you could say it's not personal, but you can tweak things, and it makes your life easier. You're not ghosting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It works on both parts.
Or if you use something like Wedola, for example, you can literally already have the reply there and it'll be done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, suppliers, please do not ghost couples.
No.
So we got the finger out.
I'm just interacting with my camera as well.
And I just looked at it then and I was like,
We've been told we have to engage with the camera, Sam. Right, so let's move on to the fun part, which is a question and a bridal spiral.
You go for your question, honey.
Okay, so I have a question, guys. That's what it starts with. Wedding photo booth, yes or no? Very much on the fence. Love the idea of a wedding QR code with sunglasses with the initials and date on. So would you go with one or the other or both? Or do you do your own prop area with a QR code? So there's lots of different ideas here.
Yeah.
So wedding booth, yes or no? Let's start with that first one.
Yeah.
You're saying yeah.
I think they can work.
Okay.
If they're done correctly.
Yeah.
I think if it's got staff on them, they can't be miserable.
You did a shout out to...
A few.
No, it was one of the brides at the Swan Brides when we did the wedding show. One of my brides said who she'd booked, and you know who it was.
Yeah.
You were like, he's amazing because he interacts
really good.
Which is
that prop guy.
Yeah. Apparently
he's really he does do it really good, and he interacts really, really well with them.
Yeah.
But then you've got, for example, guys that are really good at it. So for example, Let the Added Extra do it really well. Birdie does it absolutely amazing.
Yes,
I'm obsessed with the both of them.
I know. I think for
her
me,
and her husband are fantastic. Itty Bitty as well.
Yeah.
They're really good.
I think for me, like, if you're going to do a wedding booth, I would opt out of your own props because it just gets dumped in a corner and it gets wrecked. Obviously, if you want to keep costs down, I get why you would do that. But if you do book a wedding booth, it has to be situated in the right area of the wedding. They always get placed out the way I feel. Why?
Yeah.
You need to be in that. You need your money's worth. You want people to know you're there. It can be by the dance floor, which is where most people are.
So, yes, I would say at least in that room.
Yeah.
But the thing is about it being situated next to the dance floor, people are drunk. They're so silly. So I remember working on a mirror for the Added Extra, and this is when I worked with them, and they oh my god, it was two guys pretending to sword fight in front of the mirror, and they were absolutely hammered, like absolutely hammered. So I do agree with it being in the room, but to
not
some
on the
extent,
dance floor. But I just think like around where everybody's going to be. Like, you don't need to be in the other section of the venue because people will just walk past you, and like,
unless you've got the right type of crowd. It all depends on the guests, because if you've got your DJ or band or whoever announcing it continuously, fine. Or if you've got somebody that you know is like a photo, like Itty Bitty or Birdie or whoever, where they physically go into the venue and will get guests outside as well. So I do think it just does depend on what you want, but I would agree with the props thing.
Yeah, so opt out of this is just us. We would opt out of the props because it does get lost and forgotten about.
And they get on the dance floor and people start hitting with each other. Like, I'm really sorry to do this and it's not to be stereotypical, but men just become children in a playground.
I mean, I can be as well.
Yeah, I can be. I can be.
I'm like the tambourine, woo, woo, woo.
We've actually still got one of the props from a wedding we went to.
How
and
dare
at
you? You're
home.
contradicting what Yeah, so in terms of answering that, if you've got the budget, a photo booth, why the hell not?
Yeah.
Opt out of your own props.
But also, go and see that photo booth. So say, for example, if you've got a particular company in mind, ask if you can see it in action, or if they're at a wedding fair, go and see it, have a go at it, because then you can see exactly how it's going to work on the day and how it's going to work for your guests.
Yeah. And then obviously the second half of the question is the QR code. So for me, I'm like 100% of the QR code. Why would you not? The more photos you've got documented, the better. My favourite photos of my wedding day are from an iPhone. They are.
Yeah.
Ones where I'm not even looking. In fact, some of the disposable cameras, the guests, we did a little I Spy thing on the chart, and it was just like, take a photo of the bride doing this, or take a photo of the best dressed guest. It was so fun. And most of them photos, maybe because they're in film, are some of my favourite ones.
Start them at your wedding breakfast. So say, for example, put QR codes on the table with little prompts as well.
Yeah.
But also as well, there is apps now where the couple, so you can actually send out text at certain times throughout your day to say, take a photo of this.
That's amazing.
Of that. So good, isn't it? Yeah.
So if I knew that is something I would totally go down, because everybody's on the phone.
Yeah. So say, for example, you could send one pre-ceremony if you really wanted to say, take a photo of you waiting for me to come down the aisle.
Yeah.
So you could literally do it there and then, and then you could just be like, no phones, registrar celebrant. You know? I'll put it on our stories.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember what it's called, but I've got it in.
About this, that's so good.
It's really, really good. But QR codes, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
So I feel like that hopefully should help answer that question.
But then also, so you've got to remember, photo booths don't come until the evening. So if you do have QR codes down, it gives guests something to do.
Yeah.
As well. It's a type of entertainment.
Yeah.
So I have a bridal spiral, but it's very long. So strap in, guys.
Okay.
I know, same. So we had an entry that is from an incredible bride. I'm not going to name names or anything like that, but she's looking for a bit of advice. So I don't know if this counts to be a story or if I'm actually after advice, but on the lead up to my wedding has been nothing short of eventful.
Aww.
I know. I got engaged while I was on holiday. I told all of my closest friends pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
And then the same night, I get a call back from my best friend. She'd only got engaged on the exact same day. Obviously, we're both over the moon for each other. It felt wild and special that we shared the date. But then she said, shall we both wait until we're home to post anything on social media? We've got loads of mutual friends, so it kind of made sense. I agreed, and it was only a few days until we were back. But then, the very next day, she posted.
Right.
And I didn't know. It just felt like she needed to get there before me. I tried to brush it off and brush it under the carpet and not let it ruin my holiday. I told myself I was overthinking it. But however, fast forward a few months, she books a wedding. We're at my birthday celebration and she's showing one of our friends details about it, but keeping it from me.
Oh.
They're talking about it right in front of me. I clock on what's going on. That hurt. It felt deliberate.
I bet.
I can imagine. And that is sour as well. I think that's just, as a woman to woman, you just don't do it. Or even anybody.
That's not okay. And that friend needs to be called out on her behaviour.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit spiteful.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a competition.
No.
You're both doing this together.
Yeah.
It's more on her.
Yeah.
Or him, whoever that is.
Yeah. Story continues.
Oh no.
Then somehow I'm getting accused of keeping secrets because I'd looked at my venue, but it's always been going to be my venue. I've talked about it for years. It wasn't some big plan. So she had this venue. She has been open and honest that this is the venue I'm going to get married at.
Yeah.
But for some reason, because she'd gone and visited it, without telling anybody, she's now keeping a secret. Our weddings are now 3 months apart.
Has she booked the same venue?
Our weddings are now 3 months apart. Mine is first. I asked my bridesmaids within 12 months to go. One of them said they couldn't make it on the day. I asked her anyway, so I asked her the next day instead. But this friend, who's one of my bridesmaids, was apparently upset about something and then didn't speak to me for 9 weeks. It caused complete chaos with planning my hen do because nobody knew where they stood. Plans had changed, everything felt tense. And now it just feels like she's going out of her way to overshadow everything. She's had my wedding invitation for a week and hasn't opened it or even acknowledged that she's received it. The day before I'm supposed to choose my bridesmaids' dresses, she then suddenly messages her bridal group about creating a wedding morning playlist 8 months before her actual wedding day. When she asked us to be bridesmaids, she already had the dresses there ready for us to try on, like she needed to tick a box before I did. I just feel lost and honestly a bit sad. It just feels like something that should be joyful has turned into this weird competitive undercurrent. And I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm being sensitive or if there really is something going on. She just put sorry for the really long message.
Don't apologise for the really long message. There is something going on.
Yeah.
I do think, from her point of view, she probably is being sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
But I completely get why.
Yeah.
She's thinking of every situation.
Yeah. You're thinking of everybody in this
Everything.
scenario.
Like, it is going to be a sensitive time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like a conversation could actually help on both parts.
Yeah.
She needs to be made aware. It is a female, isn't
Yeah.
it? She needs to be aware of her behaviour. And you need to tell her of how those situations are making you feel. You're not going to lose a friendship from it. It is going to be a little bit intense.
And if you do, then
that
A,
says it all.
it's one less bridesmaid. B,
Can I just go back as well? The bridesmaid that fell out with her and didn't speak to her for 9 weeks.
is that bridesmaid, I think. Yeah.
That is the other person
Yeah.
getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's clearly something going on. It's becoming a little bit of like, if I'm going to Tenerife, she's going to 11 Tenerife kind of vibes. And that isn't a true friendship, is it?
No, and also as well, like,
This happens so often.
it does, and it is really sad because you have
It puts a dampener on it.
and you have how you want your day to feel and look in your head.
But this is why it needs to be nipped in
Yeah.
the bud now before the wedding, because if you're carrying up all these feelings and emotion, and she is too, can you imagine what it's going to be like on both of the weddings?
Mm-hmm.
Just honestly, have a conversation.
I'm gonna have to get
with your friends.
involved.
I'm going to sit with you and hold your hand and say it for you. Oh, that is sad. I feel like both of them
I'm
are butting heads.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that it's happened.
Yeah.
But I also do feel that a conversation probably is
Will
the best.
really help.
Yeah.
Especially,
And if
I
it
bet she's losing
doesn't,
sleep over it. Like, I bet she's
Yeah.
feeling awful.
and if it doesn't from both parties, like, I think if you say what you're feeling and it's not heard in a good way or
Yeah.
anything like that,
We're not put into practice almost, then
Yeah.
maybe again you need to reevaluate and be like, has this
but
friendship...
also if this has happened with anybody else, like, don't be afraid of actually being like, I'm really sorry, but I don't want you can
things
say
have
no.
changed.
Also, you can say no to being a bridesmaid from the other person. So she could have said no at any point. If she didn't want to be a bridesmaid,
Yeah.
she could have said no. You don't have to say
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, going back to the start,
and also you can pull bridesmaids if you really want
you can
to.
do what you please, but you've just got to know it's going to upset people
Yeah.
or upset you.
Yeah.
Like,
so
it's
I would
not going to be easy on both parts.
no.
But just going back to the beginning, like, you both made a joint decision on waiting. So yeah, I get why you are frustrated.
I do.
And maybe that's the point, the starting point of that conversation. Like, we both agreed that we would just keep it until we got home, and for some reason you just couldn't stick to that, or message me, look, I'm so excited,
I just
I
want
really
to
want
post.
to share it, I hope that's okay. And maybe
Yeah.
her mood would have been like, oh bless her, yeah, that I get it.
Yeah. Communication is key. It's key with everything.
Yeah.
But no.
So sorry that you're going through that, but I definitely think communicate.
Yeah, I do too, hun. I'm really sorry as well.
Yeah. But just before we finish up on this episode, I just really
Oh my god, that was so many reallys. What do you want to do?
now want to shout out to someone in particular.
Okay, go on. Who do
A
you wanna shout
listener,
out?
a friend, just an absolute icon. And that is Chloe. Chloe.
Watch every Chloe that listens to this be like,
I'm
yeah.
should I say her surname?
Yeah, go for it.
Chloe Brady, you are just hold such a special place in my heart. You have supported me and supporting this so much. Like, you are popping it on your stories.
I love
a
this.
listener
I
from the
love seeing it as
beginning.
well.
Your messages, like, Joella
Yeah.
didn't know that you were a friend.
And the
she
fact that I replied to
Yeah.
you as well on my socials.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
I just feel like, I mean, there's lots of them, and I want to
Yeah.
continue to do this on every episode, because it's not just Chloe, but we're starting off with Chloe. You are getting a shout out. Thank you, and keep sharing it, and
keep tagging us. We love it, and we love resharing it.
Please don't give up on us. And thank
Stop
you.
listening at this point.
All embarrassed in the car. So yeah, just thank you. That's all I want to say. Really appreciate it. And I hope everybody else is enjoying it as well.
Just like us.
Yeah.
So where can everybody find us then, Soph?
Everything is at the Aisle Diaries podcast. So that is TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and our email is Joella.
The Aisle Diaries podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah. So
and where can everyone find you?
Oh, me. They can find me on Instagram at sophie.brown.makeup, or the sister page at sb.bridalmakeup.
And I can be found at Seraphina Weddings _ on Instagram, and Seraphina Weddings on TikTok. Please don't forget to submit diary entries, questions, everything.
Yeah,
we keep getting them in. We're probably going to do an episode in, I'd say, like after next month maybe, where we do quite a few at once.
Yeah,
from everybody. So please, because I
do
think
we're not
getting
through them, are they?
Yeah, because we do think they spark quite great conversation as well. And everyone's going through the same boat.
Yeah, and it's real life problems or issues.
So submit.
Yeah, submit, subscribe, follow. You know the drill.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.